Now, currently the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, has been making key changes over at Lucasfilm in order to create a better future for the Star Wars brand in general. Now, it's noted that currently the new Disney CEO is cleaning up house over at Lucasfilm by bringing in new creators for the future of Star Wars, where it's explained that Lucasfilm is getting ready to replace Kathleen Kennedy with a brand new president for the company by the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, who is said to now have an actual candidate for the new president of Lucasfilm. Now, it's noted that this plan is set to go into effect sometime in late 2020, and that Kathleen Kennedy has actually met with Bob Chapek about who will be replacing her as the head of Lucasfilm. It's explained that as of right now, Bob Chapek is developing a plan for George Lucas to replace Lucasfilm's Kathleen Kennedy temporarily for the beginning of 2021 to handle what is being described as the first two phases of the Star Wars universe that will span the entire decade of the 2020s. Now, it's described that Lucas will be handling a roadmap of 10 years worth of Star Wars projects and will be the one calling the shots of what will be released and when they will release throughout this year. Now, it's said that Lucas will take over Kathleen Kennedy temporarily before the permanent solution comes into play of who will be the new president of Lucasfilm, and of course who steps in to handle things in the long term. However, it's noted that Bob Chapek has a plan in place to replace Kathleen Kennedy next year before she departs, not only, of course, if George Lucas is set temporarily to take over Lucasfilm, that is all set and ready to happen in mid-2021, but that also Jon Favreau is described to be Chapek's first pick to become the new president of Lucasfilm after Lucas serves his temporary time as the president of Lucasfilm. Moving on. Jon Favreau is indeed described to have already had discussions with Chapek about this, and is very interested as long as he is able to handle the Star Wars lore and projects on the side as well. However, Chapek also has two other candidates in the pipeline if Jon Favreau does not end up working out. Now, it's explained that though Disney CEO Bob Chapek has plans for George Lucas to become the new Lucasfilm president temporarily, eventually in 2021, it's described that Chapek has all eyes on a very big creator in the Star Wars world to become the new Lucasfilm president. It's said that Bob Chapek is indeed developing a major plan for Jon Favreau to become the permanent Lucasfilm president after George Lucas serves his time temporarily as the new president of Lucasfilm next year. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of damage control and desperation in order to regain many of the lost fans from the sequel trilogy movies. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are really now in a position of damage control and desperation to really regain many of the lost fans from the sequel trilogy movies. There's no denying the fact. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of damage control. There's no doubt in saying this, that Disney is really trying to do everything that they can possible in order to really save this franchise. Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 23rd of 2020, and ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by both Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, George, John, and Dave hard at work on developing this new EU. Hey, welcome back everyone. Ever since the very end of the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly what the future of the Star Wars franchise is going to look like and how it's going to compare to what I like to call the Kathleen Kennedy era of Star Wars. This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that yes, we do know that they are now currently in a phase of damage control. They're really trying to escape that by really pursuing all these different TV shows, these new movies that are all going to interconnect with each other, forming this new expanded universe, simply known as the NewEU.